Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy E.T. in the place to be. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. It's time, y'all. It's time, y'all. It's time. You will hear me say this over and over and over again. If you are alive, if you breathing, right? If you walking around, you know what I'm saying? Like if you in your right mind, this is your season, right? You have to make up in your mind that today is the brokest you'll ever be. You got to make up in your mind for real. Like today is the brokest I will ever be. You got to make up in your mind today. This is it. Today, is the wackest my credit score will ever be. You know what I'm saying? I'm being 800. Today is my bank account. It will never look this low again. Like my savings account, my checking account, my investments. Like today is the worst day. Today is the worst it's going to be. And then wake up every day with that mindset that you're going to go get it. Now, I got 3 quick principles I want to share with you before I bring, I don't know, she a lot of stuff, but agent now, negotiator, you know what I'm saying? She a lot. And here's what's so crazy. I ain't going to tell her story, but let me just say, I ain't go to school with her. She ain't go to church with me. She ain't live in my city. You feel me? Let me just put it like that. Like, I ain't know who she was a few years ago, but I want to give you three quick principles. And this is going to be tough for some of y'all. Stop doing it for the money. Like remember what I told you? Where your focus goes, your energy flows. As soon as you do something for money, like don't nobody want to pay you. Like for real, I just need y'all to understand something. Don't nobody want to take money out their bank and give it to you. Like, don't nobody want to lose their money. Like, I'm telling you. And you know what's so funny? I see people coming like the first of the month, the first and the 15th. Y'all knew I grew up in the city. The first and the 15th. It's like we come out like roaches. The first and the 15th. It's like on the first, you ready to work. 15th, you ready to work. Why? Because you got bills. Listen to me. Dion, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Dion, as Primetime would say, ain't nobody trying to pay you. Like, have you lost your mind? No, nobody's trying to take $10,000 out their bank account and give it to you. Now, what people are trying to do is invest. So when a company is willing to pay me $200,000, understand they giving me $200,000 because they believe by me being there, they gonna give me that 200, and I'm gonna give them a return of $4 million on it. So they know when I finish with their staff for the next 3 to 6 months, they about to go back and work in a way they've never worked before. So number one, nobody wants to pay you. Nobody trying to pay your rent. Nobody trying to pay your car note. Nobody. Does that make sense? So then what's the remedy to that? So number 2, what people are trying to do is people are selfish and trying to get their needs met. And people will pay to have their needs met. We all know that. All right. So wherever you want your mind to go, when I said that, take it there. But people pay to have their needs met, right? People pay to have their strong wants met. So the nails, hair, clothes, billion, $trillion industry. People paying for alcohol. Alcohol is a million, probably billion enterprise. Tobacco, right? This clothes, right? Cars, right? People pay. It's a billion, $trillion. These industries are $trillion industries. So I need you to hear what I'm saying. You will never be broke again if you understand that people are willing to pay a substantial amount of money to have their needs and their strong wants. And let me tell you something. When you start taking care of needs, you in a category where people paying good money. All right. So number 3, then what you need to do is you need to figure out, and this is why it's so funny that Tiffany coming on, because Tiff paid me, and then you understand what I'm saying? Like Tiff paid me, and now I'm paying her, and I'm paying her way more and way more often than what she paid me. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? But why? As soon as she came in and I started working with her, she saw a gap and I saw a strength A lot of y'all see gaps. You ain't the strength for the gap though. You feel me? Like you see the gap and you able to peep the gap out, but you ain't the strength for the gap. And Tip was the strength for the gap. So 3 things. Ain't nobody trying to clear out their bank account to give you no bread. And you a fool if you think people running around here just want to pay you. Don't nobody want to pay you. But people have needs and strong wants, and people willing to pay for that. It's people paying to get their hair done. It's folks, old people, some money, talking about they ain't got no money. They still getting their hair done every week. There's people in student loan debt. They still getting their nails done. They still getting mani-pedi. They still get. It's people broke, still buying alcohol, still buying narcotics, broke, busted and disgusted. But they finding a way to pay for their. So what your challenge is? There's a flow of money that's coming down. That people that have needs and you not nowhere near that. You on that side where you begging. You on that side where you trying to manipulate folk. Listen to me, I'm getting paid. I don't have no money problem. Flow to you. I don't have no money problem. Money just flowing to me. Why? Because I can take care of the needs of educators, teachers, students, parents, principals, superintendents, corporate, NFL, NBA. I know, baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you. I know what you want. I got it. And your problem is you're not meeting the needs, which is my final one. I want to make sure you catch it. That as a human, you have a gift and a talent, and you have a base of information and knowledge, or a gift. You sing, you speak, whatever it is, you have something. You have something that you can give to somebody else and get revenue. And the UOU, make sure you put that in there. You this year. Stop all the talking and cash the check, doggone it. UOU. Nobody else owe you. I was talking about somebody I love today. They talking about sponsorship. Bumper sponsorship. Bumper sponsorship. I'm not saying don't get them. I'm sending kids to the Super Bowl. I ain't got bumper sponsorship. I sent them to the Super Bowl. I sent them to Dubai. I ain't asked nobody for no money last year. Bumper sponsorship. I got enough gifts and talents to be able to do. Okay. All right. Let's get Tiff on. I'm sorry. I'm getting carried away. Where you at, Tiff? Here she is right here. I'm getting carried away. Summit. I want to see you at the summit. All right. It's your boy E.T. You got to be at the summit. This is the year that you're going to get me as a coach.
What up, E? You getting all worked up.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How are you?
Oh, I'm feeling good. So let's just go here real quick. I ain't gonna take a lot of time. Last time I checked, you a wife. You got 3 kids and you running a business, so you got stuff to do. All right. Now I didn't talk to you before because I didn't want this to be scripted.
No.
But will you tell them what you do for me or what you've done for me? Can you tell them what you do for me or what you've done for me?
Okay.
That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah, try to wrap it up in 30 seconds.
So I run the booking department as your agent. Also event coordinator. So I run all the large events. Also ran the UOU book launch last year. And then any other special project that might come along the way would be
good. So what was the entry point? Because I want to help people out.
Man.
People DM me, I want to be on your team.
That's
I
right.
want to be at your table. What was your entry point?
So my entry point, it really started. So before then, for development, I was like trying to piece my development together. So like, you know, I would go to a pastor for spiritual development. You go to a marriage ministry for this development. And then I'm going to a business book for business book development. And then the first time I was exposed to you and heard a long form interview, I'm like, he on all this stuff. He's been a pastor for 20 years, married for almost 30 years, multimillionaire. So it was like, it was everything that I was looking for development wise in one company, like in one person. So the very first thing I did was I just went all the way in. I was in BU. I was in all the programs that you were offering. I went back to the first podcast, listened to every podcast and got caught up. Like I just went all in. I just loved the brand. And when it was the holidays, what was it, 2019?
I don't know. The Holy Ghost told me. The Holy Ghost told me to do 30 one-on-one coaching session. I've never done it before. Holy Ghost.
So you did a post and you were like, I think you're only taking like 50 people. It was a small quota. You said I'm gonna do 101s. Yep. You said I'm doing 101s, $250. I was like, oh, that I'm all in. So I had a small business. I'm staying in a small suburb outside of Dallas, and we did our 101. And I mean, it was like the rest was history. Like we met. You asked what I did. You end up coming and doing something with my business and my company. And it's like, okay, let's try to do something. Let's try an event. We did Dallas 1%, and I mean that's when we sold out, and we had sponsors. It just was beautiful. It was beautiful. So the rest was history after that.
So let's just be honest with the people. Whatever you paid, I don't know how much you paid. You got to the table. Let's talk about what's happened to your life since that one-on-one and us connecting and getting close.
So, okay, I know we don't have all day. So, when I really started, and it's so funny because I noticed a lot of people doing that's been doing these lives with you, because you almost have to slow your brain down and reverse engineer, and then you start seeing how all roads lead back to E. Like, it's wild. So just being exposed to the brand, being exposed to Jamal, was fired up about investing in real estate. Met Terica. Now I'm sitting with over 100 doors in real estate. So that was something that wouldn't have happened if I didn't get connected to the brand. And then also got my trust established. My family is taken care of for 500 years because I got my trust established because of the exposure to the brand. Hearing Ma talk about it. I mean, even when I was going through the process, remember we were on the group chat, I'm like, Ma, I want to make up this rule and that rule. He was like, make it up. You literally create whatever you want in your trust. And so that was just an incredible experience, an incredible peace of mind to be able to lead for my family. And the list goes on and on. Connected with Words, who you spoke to already, and was able to help grow, create a multi-million-dollar webinar that's taken off. Like it was an incredible connection of like-minded people. I think the thing that I didn't even realize, I had a small business, so I knew I had a skill. I didn't know how valuable my skill was until I got around other entrepreneurs in that space. Like you almost don't even know what you have until you get around people that think the way you think, because they're going to be able to extract something out of you. They're going to see your value over a corporate person. They're going to see your value over, somebody that is just working at your job. They're going to see untapped potential in you. But you got to get in the room for other people to see it. And I think that was a game changer for me. I didn't realize I had a transferable skill. You saw that I had a transferable skill. I thought that I would just be good at managing a virtual real estate company. Like, I thought that was my genius at the time. And you were like, yeah, that's it. I remember one of our first meetings, somebody walked up to us and they asked what I did. I said, I'm the owner of a real estate virtual assistant company. And you said, for now. Right. Like you saw something untapped, and being just connected to the brand, it's been everything kicked off from there. So
let's talk now before you get out of here. Family, is anything, because there's a lot of people that make good money. It's a lot of people that become famous or whatever you want to call it. That they don't get to take their family with them. What's happened to you personally and family wise since this merge?
So when we first got connected, I had 2 kids. I now have 3. And what happened was, I had a baby girl now. She's now 10 months. And I remember like, okay, I don't want her to go to daycare. I wanted to customize her life experience. And being connected to the brand and the opportunities that it has brought to my life, I was able to do that. We hired a nanny. If I go to the events, the whole squad coming with me. I got everybody with me, baby and everything. If I need help, I'm bringing the nanny too. You know what I'm saying? So it has been something that I probably could have only dreamed of, to live like this. Like, we stay on a flight. She's probably flown more before her 1 year birthday than my son had flown in his first 10 years of life. So it's just been incredible, man. It's incredible.
This is why this is so important, guys. And I feel bad because a lot of what's happening now was not organically happening 10 years ago. So there's some people who came in the crew and, took off. And some people just took off. Now what we're all doing is we're going to help ET. So it's not ET and CJ. Now you're about to get everybody. Now I see somebody on the thing talking about CJ. Yep. I always have to say this because Carl won't speak up for himself. Carl Carl got to get his plug too, because CJ didn't put up videos.
Oh,
Carl
I'm
was the
telling
one
you.
that edited the videos
That's
and
right.
put up the TIMs on a weekly basis. So whenever you say CJ, just make sure you say Carl too. Don't leave Carl out, because Carl ain't as vocal, you know what I'm saying, as me and C. Don't leave Carl out. We wouldn't, none of us would be here if it wasn't for those videos getting posted
That's
on
right.
a weekly basis, and then we got to a, what do you call it, a daily basis with Carl. And I want to say that, I don't want to give myself no plug, but I do want to say this. I'm not trying to steal your shine. You know, like I told y'all before this event, a lot of y'all don't even know most of the people that was connected to me, because I don't have to steal their thunder or say I'm whatever. So the thing about us is, if you get in and you want to be with us and stay with us, you can stay with us and make bread. If you want to come and leave, you come and leave. We just noticed that those that stick with us,
Come on now.
they do well. Now, here's the last one. And this ain't even no question. When I think about our relationship, what's most important to me is Kenny. That's what's most important to me. That he was working, and when he was first working, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was having his business, but he was literally driving gasoline around.
That's right.
And this fear you had of, I gotta get him out of this business, because he could blow up any day. He got an accident, and that joke could blow up. That's what I want to talk about before we get out of here. What was that like, and what is it now like with your man? What your man is doing?
So my husband, he's always kind of been like a company man, always hands on, like he can fix anything, take anything apart. So when he finally found his kind of groove in life, he got a CDL, and he drove different trucks. But then when he really started to get hit, the action that he needed financially, consistently, he was driving gasoline. He literally drove a gas truck, and he drove in the middle of the night. Like, he worked third shift driving gas all around the Metroplex, in the hood, everywhere. So when we got connected to the brand, of course, you come to a 1%, you come to, you on the rebuild online, you're getting constantly exposed to all of these things. And it finally, his own development was taking place. And he said, I think it's God telling me it's time for me to start my own trucking company. And I remember when he was hesitant and he wasn't sure if he had the confidence, but just being around this brand, I mean, it just infuses you, where you at least like, I'm just going to take a leap of faith and try. And I remember the day I was in my office and he walked in and said, it's time. I'm about to do this. And I said, okay. And I mean, the rest is history. He got drivers now, a staff. He's downstairs right now with the baby because he works from home in the home office. He does not leave and go out on the road unless he chooses to. And none of his drivers do gas right now. So it's been incredible. I mean, to have one of the trucks wrapped in 120, when we did the 120 conference and they got the truck outside and they like, oh, who's that? That's he owned that truck. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a journey for him too. And that was just him kind of tagging along the ride with me when I got connected to the brand.
You guys, we out of here. Let me tell you something. The reason why I love doing this is because, like, yo, we don't gotta be fake. We don't gotta be like, we don't gotta try to convince you to be. Matter of fact, it took me the longest to get here, because I was like, I'm not trying to bring nobody else in. I don't want no drama. I don't want to interrupt this flow. I make more money than I ever dreamed of making. Speak that over me. So I don't need no more money. I'm not one of those guys obsessed with, I gotta make 10, I gotta give it to my babies. I don't even know if I want my babies to be rich off me. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, because I don't know if they're mature enough for that. I don't know. I'm gonna teach them how to make their own. But but I'm just saying, this is, so you put that in the chat for real. Kip was already doing well, and she owed herself to go to the next level. And then it rubbed off on her husband, who realized, I owe myself and my family to get out from driving. And I ain't dogging nobody out, but that's a dangerous, dangerous job that you could lose your life on any given evening if you're ready to live your best life. Yeah, I see y'all. Love you, man. Appreciate you, Tim.
Love you too.